All right, let's get to football. Draft, few days away. Hatchet. I came in, he was just grinding away on his football today. Let's see the fruits of his labor. Hit it. Oh. You know what that means, people. Has Rico experienced this?
Yes, he's experienced this.
Big black rumors?
Yeah.
I love this. I am so excited we're doing this today.
I did not put on the sexy glasses for this, but these rumors are sexy.
All right, these are all draft rumors.
Yes. Let's start with the number 4 selection. The New York Daily News is reporting that GM Joe Douglas won't pass on Akeem Ekwonu if he's available with the number 4 overall pick.
Smart. Listen, I don't like the Jets. I don't respect the Jets. But the reality is Mekhi Becton has to get himself in shape and regain some form. But adding another tackle at 4 to protect your quarterback. Look, it's everything Jacksonville should be doing at 1, and they're not. Smart move by the Jets. And guess what? Ekwonu, there was a time he was talked about as going number 1 overall. So, yeah. And yes, if I had the opportunity with the Giants at 5, not that anybody cares, I think I would take Ekwonu over Evan Neal.
See, I think when you're looking at these offensive tackles, to me, they kind of go with the defensive ends. It's whether you like Coke or Pepsi, but I like the fact that the Jets have identified somebody and are trying to protect Zach Wilson and say,
it's the right
he's our
model.
future.
It's
Yes.
and again, to credit the Lions, because I'm not always mean, they've done the same thing now. No matter who their quarterback is, they have bookend tackles.
Yeah.
And I think they've got one of the leaders of the team at center. You win with the tip of the sword. Next.
Oh.
So yesterday I posed a question to the two of you, and you all laughed at it. I posed a question of Derek Stingley going ahead of Sauce Gardner in the draft. Well, there's a rumor out here that the Houston Texans, who hold the number 3 pick, are in love and have Derek Stingley above Ahmad Gardner on their board.
Blasphemous.
You know what? That's Houston. They're turning out to be one of those joke of a franchises, and you're proving to the world it's one of those tell me you don't know anything about football without telling me you don't know anything about football. You take Stingley over Gardner, yes. You're a disaster. I can see that, David. That's like a Raiders type of move.
To do it at 3?
Yeah, why not? Go bold. Go big.
No, there are other ways to do that.
So the Eagles have 2 selections in the draft. They are sitting at 15 and now 18 after a trade with the Saints. And the rumor is they are in love with Alabama wide receiver Jameson Williams. He had a video that was released last week of him actually working out and moving, and you know he's coming off the ACL injury. Your thoughts on the Eagles taking him above any other receiver?
Look, here's the deal. And I know a lot of people will just use stats because they're not smart. But like Devontae Smith last year, when they were bold and they moved up and they got him, Smith was constantly open. It's not his fault that Stevie Wonder's their quarterback.
Hey.
So
Jalen's going to get there.
All right, so here's my point. If Jameson Williams didn't get hurt, it would be him, not Drake London, not Garrett Wilson. He'd be the number 1 receiver in this draft. So my point is, if their scouts have a top 10 grade on this kid, yeah, you line up and do it. And these are the elite players that if you hit on them, like a Jamar Chase, they are game changers.
Well, the fact, and you got Devontae Smith, so you don't have the pressure that he has to come in and be the guy right away.
Right. The problem is, do you have the quarterback who can find him? Because
they believe in him.
Okay, and listen, let me say this, because I know I'm insulting. I like Jalen Hurts. He's by all accounts, a wonderful kid who works hard. The passing game, they had dumbed it down to a point. It was like a high school passing game. Yeah. That's just not going to work long term.
No, I was about to say, unless you tailor the offense the way the Ravens did for Lamar Jackson, you're right. He kind of looks like he's struggling. This isn't Oklahoma. This isn't Alabama.
I've seen some breakdowns, the all-22, and Devontae Smith has set up a lemonade stand 17 yards downfield going, hit me, I'm open.
I think
and Hurts is just like Goulet throwing it 3 yards the other way.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it, too, is he's not one of the taller quarterbacks in the league, so he can't see over the line. So he's not seeing guys that are deep down the field and wide open. But if he's available, yes.
Oh, this one's juicy, and it may hit close to home. Jordan Renan, NFL writer for ESPN, covers the Giants. He tweeted out, a player who
Oh, you okay? You're choking on your own rumor,
a player who will go higher Thursday than most seem to expect if Florida State edge rusher Jermaine Johnson. Some I spoke with believe he will ultimately be the best rusher in the draft, top 10 lock, even sneaks into the top 5. Renan covers the Giants, who has the number 5 and number 7.
I think the Giants are – look, I don't like my own franchise. I think the Giants are intimidated by Thibodeau. They were scared of Micah Parsons. How did that work out? So Jermaine Johnson is kind of that, okay, look, Jermaine Johnson is super versatile. He moved all over the defense in his year at Florida State, Georgia transfer. Wink Martindale runs that kind of defense. Yeah, look, David, right now, if you ask me who are the 2 guys the Giants take, it'd be Walter Cross at 5 and Jermaine Johnson at 7. I really think that's what they'll end up doing, and I would take it right now. Now, I would love Thibodeau. You know I love the kid, and I'd love to say they get a Kwanu, etc. I'm giving you 2 names that it fits.
But here's the thing, Mike. For the Giants and the Jets with multiple picks, this is not the year you package them up to move up to 1 or 2. You sit there, you cross your fingers, and you have a list of 3 guys that you hope maybe 1 or 2 of the 3 come and fall right into your lap.
That's it.
And whoever you rank the highest, you take at 5, and then if you're the Giants, you just wait and try to get that other one at 7.
No argument, buddy.
It's kind of like me when we do the draft selections and you guys pick a bunch of losers and let me pick the winners.
Oh, that's nice. Kanye, please.
Now, this is the rumor I should be choking on because this one is about my team and it scares the bejesus out of me.
Look, you're taking a quarterback, David.
Well,
let's just get that out the way.
What if they move up to do it?
Well, that's the rumor. Kevin Colbert spoke and he says they've touched base with every team below them and above them. But then he let something casually slip out. He says, we'll calculate the value to move up from 20 to 7. You don't just say that if you don't believe that. They're getting a quarterback.
No, he's telling you that if Carolina doesn't take the QB they want,
they're going to get him.
They're on the clock. All I'll tell you is this. It's the very same thing I want Brad Holmes doing here. That if there's a certain point that they clear a team and the player they want is still there, you take 32 and 34 and you go get the guy. You go get the player that has the highest grade on your board that you believe is impact. So, yeah, David, listen, I know you're not comfortable with it. I know that you're like, hey, I don't like these players. Pittsburgh has to make a decision because as they go down the road right now, like Baker Mayfield is not signable. Now, he might get cut. And if he does, I think he could end up in Pittsburgh. And
that's the rumor, yes.
That would be the ultimate, like, amazing RFR root for radio for me. But, David, as a franchise, you have to do – you can't just float in a town like Pittsburgh in purgatory. You either got a quarterback or you don't. And
because here's the thing. Your fan base is used to success.
Oh, correct.
You can't be like Detroit where you give the people gruel for 25 years. They want a playoff win. They want a Super Bowl.
Let's finish it off with this one here.
Jesus.
Tom Pelissero reports that there are a ton of teams that have players, only 15 players with a first-round grade. Says that will lead to a first round of chaos in the back half of the first round.
Yep.
You all agree with that?
I do. I think this will be an NBA. Well, look, there's another reason I continue to say take 32 and 34 and get up and get another one of the perceived studs on your draft board. Lion fans think they're all of a sudden the Seattle Seahawks, that they run the draft and they know what they're doing. Do me a favor. Don't get lost in the sauce that you had one good draft and now all of a sudden you're going to bat 1,000. David, I think it'll be like the NBA draft. I think you're going to see a ton of moves. I'd love to see the Lions get aggressive and get a second elite player using those 2 picks.
I would love to see that as well. I don't think the Lions get aggressive because what's going to happen is, man, it's going to be a free fall for about 10 players. You're like, wow, that was a first-round player. That's a first-round player. And after a while, they're going to sit and look at the value like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
We got a tsunami of talent coming our way. Let's just sit tight, and we can get 2 of them, and we don't have to pay them as much because we can use 32
It's a different
and
philosophy.
34.
I'm just a bigger believer in if my staff and my crew have scouted these people and I can get the 7th guy on my board at 18, I'm moving up and going and getting them.
But if all of a sudden the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th guys.
Okay.
No,
Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
Fine.
That's when that tsunami of talent is coming your way. Whoa, put the phone down. Let's just wait our turn. And that's where, if somebody wants 32, we'll sell that pick and we'll get extra second-round picks.
And those are your NFL draft